Hello! My name is Kallista, and welcome back to Mass Effect 3, Legendary Edition. In the last episode, we managed to rescue Ann Bryson. The artifact that she found was destroyed. The Reapers were doing something with it. They were interfacing with it in some way. It was really cool. Now, Ann has asked to meet at her father's lab on the Citadel. Before I do that, I just want to check. So when we were looking for Gano, a bunch of different places, like, oh, he popped up here, and now that we've got a new... Hello. I was thinking, now that we've got new systems popping up, we had the Acer system in wherever that was. I think it was the Kallistan Rift. I was curious if other places had popped up. Okay, so we're gonna have a lot of planet scanning to do. However, that will have to wait. I want to do the story first. Let's dock to the lab.
Hello? Ann? You here? Ann?
Oh, Commander. Yes, I'm sorry. Just... This is hard.
Oh, I mean, it seems a silly question. She's just found out that her dad's dead, and clearly she and her dad had a good relationship. You know, he had pictures that she drew from when she was, like, a little kid. Like, clearly they were close. So this seems like a stupid question, but I think we should still ask it.
Of course. You alright?
Yes. No. I don't know. My father and I didn't leave things in a great state.
An argument?
Yes. It was trivial. A disagreement on how to file some of the specimens. I was mad about something else. I don't remember what. And I took it out on him. So stupid.
Oh, darling. Darling. At the end of the day, he loved you, and he knew that you loved him.
That's alright. I can come back.
No, please. I'm okay. Seeing all this again? He was so obsessed. Crazy sometimes.
I didn't get a chance to know him.
Oh, sometimes I felt the same way. He was a great man. A pioneer. But he could be distant. I felt like an inconvenience growing up.
You sound angry.
I was angry. Still am, I guess. But sometimes, he was so full of stories, he nearly burst. I loved that about him. It's why I signed up for this work. I can't believe he's gone.
We'll figure this out.
We have to. I need to know what's on the other end of that artifact. What he died for.
Oh, darling, I understand her feeling like an inconvenience. I often feel like I'm an inconvenience. I feel that on an emotional level. I'm like, yes. I empathize there with you, Anne, but he kept her childhood pictures. He even made, like, something that she drew. Part of that he turned into, you know, the unlocking code for the Reaper shit he was given. Like, he clearly loved her.
We need your help. You're our last chance.
You're right. Let me dig into my father's work to see what I can find.
Ann, you sure you're up for this?
Yes. When Leviathan took control of me, I remember being somewhere cold and dark. But my father taught me to never be afraid of the dark.
Oh. I like that. My father taught me never to be afraid of the dark, so I'm doing this for him. Oh, this is making me quite emotional. Are you all alright?
I'm still amazed your father got his hands on a piece of a Reaper.
He was so excited. Your claims validated years of work.
Did you take appropriate steps to prevent indoctrination?
Of course. It was completely shielded, and we all had regular psych evals. But now, thanks to the artifact, I'm indoctrinated anyway, aren't I? Might as well be a Arachnite drone waiting for orders from the Queen.
And speaking of Arachnite, in a minute, I just want to... Yeah, again, I love that art. I would have that art. I like that. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything over that. Okay.
You studied the Rachni?
I wrote my dissertation on them. My father thought it was a waste of time, but now, it might actually help us understand Leviathan.
In what way?
We think of the Rachni as telepathic, but there's really no such thing. At short range, the Queen uses pheromones to give orders. At long range, she uses an organic kind of quantum entanglement communicator. Whatever Leviathan does must be similar, entangling particles to stimulate neural activity. It uses the artifact to establish a connection, and then it controls the mind of anyone near it.
Ooh. That is an interesting way of looking at that. Okay. Okay. Like, where you don't want to talk about anything over here? Again, I just need to check that nothing's like, oh, a new piece of equipment here for you. No, okay, okay. What are we looking at next? Is this...
Hey, Lola. Need a hand?
What? Hello? You're right. Well, oh, the head's taken a shine to you, James.
What brings you down here, James?
Heard you're closing in on the Reaper killer. Anything that can scare those bastards has to be worth a look.
That's what I'm hoping.
Mate, don't get... Do you not see? Do you not see the husk head? Like, you look like you're about to kiss it there, dude.
Commander, you see this thing? This is great.
No, it's creepy as hell. Jesus.
Ow.
James!
Hey, Edie. Husk bites, they don't turn you into a husk or anything, right?
I recommend you apply Metagel.
Why would you put your fingers in bite range? Like, have you learned nothing, James?
Hey, if nobody claims this thing, we could take it with us. You know, for research or, I don't know, whatever.
No! Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Deliver this to your I want to say no, but the fact that it's being offered to us, maybe James does this. Maybe we are looking at this through James's eyes. He's like, yeah, I'll have that delivered to Shepard's cabin. Why not?
All right. Just don't tell anybody.
Nice.
Why?
You think Esteban will let me set up bowling pins in the cargo bay?
No, yeah, that was a person at one stage. That was a person. Maybe that's why we're taking it. That's why we're taking it. To give it like a funeral and a burial. We're gonna bury it someplace. We're gonna give it its last rite. We're not gonna use it as a bowling ball.
We didn't detect any energy emissions from the artifact.
But the Reapers were able to use the artifact to trace Leviathan somehow.
My theory is that most of the time, the artifact simply acts as a receiver. We'll only be able to trace Leviathan through it when it actively takes control of someone.
As it did on the asteroid.
Right. Unless it needs something, Leviathan doesn't bother communicating. I guess it and my father had something in common.
Oof.
You said Leviathan's control was similar to a quantum entanglement communicator, which is untraceable.
Yes. But this isn't a natural QEC. Leviathan has to send a pulse through the artifact to alter your mind and create the quasi-QEC effect.
And that can be traced.
Right. Just like at the dig site. The Reapers were tracing the signal by activating the artifact. My father wanted to be at that dig site. He was getting too old for long digs, but he hated being stuck in the lab. He nearly missed my graduation because he was on a dig. Showed up still wearing his field gear. God, he'd have hated dying here.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Anne. I'm so sorry.
And I know this is hard, but if there's anything more you can tell us.
I don't think there's anything more I can tell you. But maybe I can show you.
What are you saying?
The artifact only sends out a signal when Leviathan's controlling someone. So let it control me. You could trace the signal.
Oh, madam. Madam, I mean, look what it did to, oh god, what's his face? Hadley. It put him into a vegetative coma. Those are extreme risks, love.
You mean let it take you over? That's too dangerous.
It's my call, not yours. You said I'm your last chance to find this thing.
We have no idea what will happen.
If we wait, the Reapers will get to Leviathan first. I'm the only one here who's spent enough time with it to do this. You're looking for something to fight the Reapers, Commander. I'm looking for the monster that murdered my father.
We still don't know what we're looking for.
Then let's find out.
Commander, this thing we're doing with Ann sounds dangerous as hell.
Noted. Edie?
Energy signature locked in. Waiting for activation.
I'm thinking back to what happened to Hadley. Are you really sure you want to do this?
You sure about this?
Yes. I'm sure.
I'm gonna be right here.
Okay. I'm ready.
James, drop the containment shield.
Shield is dropped.
Artifact online.
Anything?
Nothing yet. Wait. There's something. I feel a chill.
Edie?
No trace yet.
Holy hell!
Signal is tracking. Maintain connection.
Turn back. The darkness can't be breached.
Yo!
Maintain connection.
Listen to me. I found you, and the Reapers are right behind me.
You have brought them.
You are a threat.
So are you. I've seen what you can do. The war needs you.
There is no war. There is only the harvest.
Edie, do we have enough?
Partial lock. Maintain connection to narrow the search.
You heard her. We got enough. I'm hitting the shield.
Do it.
Man.
Madam, are you okay? Speak to me, look at me.
Ann, are you alright?
Yes. I think so.
Did we get anything?
Yes, but it will take some time to search. Coordinates sent to the Normandy.
Good. It's a start.
Commander, I sense something else. Anger.
It knows we're getting close.
I think it wants to kill you.
Come on. Let's get you some help.
I mean, plenty of things want to kill Naomi. Many things want to kill her, that's fine. It's another thing to add to the list. Okay, so... 3 systems. I don't know where the systems are, but... we'll figure it out. I'm like, where did James go? I mean, if she went off to rest, maybe James is escorting her? Perhaps? Yeah, I'm gonna assume maybe she went back to her own apartment or something. And James is like, hey, let me take you there. Let me make sure you're okay. good guy James when he's not wanting to use husk heads as bowling balls. I need... Also, hello. You're right?
Commander?
Good stuff. I need... Also, let me feed my fish. Where is it? I feel like I've made a terrible... Oh, no. Yeah, it's still... Okay, when we get this far away, it like, pisses off. I feel like we fucked up. Why are you looking at him? Bitch! You bitch! Are you always gonna do Don't you dare. Okay, we need to find... We need to bury this thing. We need to bury this thing. It is fucking with Space Hamster. And also, I need a name for you. John. We need to fix John. So that Space Hamster doesn't have a name. Space Hamster does not have a name. He is Space Hamster. We've got John. It is now John. John and Jeff. Just add with John. You need to deal with your issues. I will bury you. I promise. I will bury you somewhere. We will give you a funeral. And you can't be scaring Space Hamster. You can't be doing that, John. That's not cool. Now, aha. Sigurd's Cradle. Okay, so where... So we've got 3 places. Cytofet, Lenol, Mill. Let's go around. Let's go around in a clockwise motion. No, let me in. Obviously we can skip the one I have scanned. Ooh. A few things. What have we got back here? Excuse me. Nuttus. Nuttus is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with high nitrogen content. It had several colonized moons. Nuttus's moon, Etrat, was home to the small-time Terminus Systems warlord, Rashtek Chas, who extracted tribute from the colonists on Tringinta Petra and any travellers stopping by to refuel on Helium-3. Rashtek's small navy appears to have fled to safer pastures in advance of the Reaper invasion. Orbital distance 17.4 AU. Orbital period 66.5 Earth years. Radius 50,752 kilometers. Day length 13.4 Earth hours. Next up is you. Very tiny. Oh, with such a confusing name. Choitodix. A dwarf planet, Choitodix is notable for gold deposited by asteroid strikes that, geologically speaking, happened fairly recently. Surveyors suspected Choitodix was once larger but was reduced in size by the strike, which knocked enough material out of the planet to create misshapen moonlets. Its name, which means gap-toothed in a common Turian language, was retroactively added once scientists confirmed this hypothesis. It appears the pulverized orbital stations here were abandoned as a preemptive move before the Reapers reached the cluster. The fate of the refugees is unknown. If they fled to Tringata Petra, their outlook is particularly poor. Orbital distance 9.3 AU. Orbital period 26.0 Earth years. Radius 1,260 kilometers. Day length 62.0 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure trace. Surface temperature -88 Celsius. And Tringinta... Okay, so why are things looking bleak for over here? A low-density planet in comparison to Earth, Tringinta Petra is also drier, with wide land masses that are largely desert. Its dextrochirality native life has yet to make it out of the oceans, primarily producing cyanobacteria, which provide a limited amount of oxygen in the atmosphere. A handful of Taurians colonized the planet and attempted to introduce land plants. Their chief hurdle was the lack of good topsoil, which required imports and sophisticated farming practices to overcome. The farmer's maxim on Tringinta Petra was, if you can last 5 seasons, you officially know what you're doing. Preliminary scans of Tringinta Petra suggest that the Reapers judged its population too low to harvest and struck its colonies with kinetic impactors. They then moved on, trusting that the destruction of the food supply's main arteries would finish off the inhabitants of such a biota-poor world. Capital, Lycatron. Colony founded 2120. Population 35,500. All population estimates are pre-invasion. Orbital distance 4.8 AU. Orbital period 9.6 Earth years. Mouse, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that, Mouse? Don't be doing that. Okay, now you're cool. Orbital period 9.6 Earth years. Radius 8. Did I do orbital distance? We'll start from the top. Orbital distance 4.8 AU. Orbital period 9.6 Earth years. Radius 8,287 kilometers. Day length 28.8 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.41 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 20 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.88 G. Now, what do you have? What do you have for me? Dextro rations, why thank you! I will happily take anything for the war effort. And laconics. Laconics is far enough from its F-class star that its temperatures are almost tolerable to sapient life, but its extremely thin atmosphere makes it almost as hostile as a vacuum. As such, the planet was uninhabited. Mining drones piloted from orbital stations would brave the high gravity to extract iridium, osmium, and other valuable heavy metals. The Reapers did not overlook laconics in their sweep of the system, and the orbital stations are now destroyed. Orbital distance 2.5 AU. Orbital period 3.6 Earth years. Radius 9,973 kilometers. Day length 22.1 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure trace. Surface temperature 73 Celsius. Surface gravity 1.89 G. And yoink. Oh. Search unsuccessful. Scans of the planet show no evidence of Leviathan's energy signature. Continue your search. Okay.
No sign of Leviathan at these coordinates.
Okay. Fair play. In which case, again, let's make our way around. Ooh, I'm not liking the look of this. I think
I found something.
if it's not here, I think I may have to go back to the Citadel to refuel. Unless there's a fueling station in the main system. 2181 Eubolos. Like the other planets in this system, 2181 Eubolos is an unknown quantity. It appears to be a hydrogen-helium gas giant, surrounded by the usual complements of moons and rings. Scans reveal no detectable artificial satellites. Orbital distance 5.2 AU. Orbital period 11.9 Earth years. Radius 66,580 kilometers. Day length 15.3 Earth hours. And next up is EU. 2181 Arian, looking a very nice red colour. This rock planet is only known from space probes, and there are no records of its exploration. It appears to have a moderate amount of hydrogen and helium over an icy surface. Orbital distance 2.45 AU. Orbital period 3.84 Earth years. Radius 4,404 kilometers. Okay. My brain just said, no, that's too many fours. Too many fours, don't want to deal with it. Day length, 59.6 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure, 1.31 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature, negative 13 Celsius. Surface gravity, 0.57 G. And who is you? 2181 Despona. This planet was only spotted recently by human space probes, and no records indicate it has been explored since. Scans indicate it is covered in an ocean of liquid water and has a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere. It is highly likely to have at least some photosynthetic life. Orbital distance, 1.3 AU. Orbital period, 1.5 Earth years. Radius, 6,908 kilometers. Day length, 22.7 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure, 1.3 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature, 29 Celsius. Surface gravity, 0.92 G. And again, anything nice? Yoink. Search successful! Scans reveal a faint trace of Leviathan's energy signature. Closer examination required for confirmation. Hell yeah!
These coordinates match our trace of Leviathan.
Excellent! And again, it's ladies' night. Edie and Liara. And ooh, you know what? Let me. Actually, I can do this on screen. It's just the one gun. Lower capacity, much lower damage. You know, I'm happy with what I have. Yeah, I think I'm happy with what I have. And neither of you use that gun. Okay. We have 9 points. Okay, we can go into some of this. And Liara, excellent. Yep. Okay, increase health and armor damage, increase barrier damage, or increase damage to lifted targets. To be fair, I rarely ever use this because I like having the ammo on. If she has this on, then I don't get my my fire damage. We're probably never going to use this, but I think if we will, we'll go with that. Okie doke.
Cortez, what's the status on the probe we launched?
Tracking it now, Commander. I've confirmed that Leviathan's signal originates from this planet. Heard how, Ann helped us locate it. It's pretty spooky stuff.
I'm still not sure what we're expecting to find down there.
Dr. Bryson classified Leviathan as a Reaper killer. It appears it doesn't wish to be found.
It doesn't have a choice, we're here.
But then what? If it turns out to be a Reaper, are we really going to offer an alliance?
Oh, so this is like Reaper is here. Leviathan is here. Leviathan is here. Okay, I mean, you know, all of our interactions with the Reapers have been extremely negative. I do think that Naomi would be suspicious going into this.
Nobody says we have to be friends with it, but if this thing has the rest of the Reapers worried, then we need its help.
Commander, new readings from the probe. It's narrowed down Leviathan's location. You're not gonna like it.
Let's hear it.
There's nothing but ocean. I show a concentration of structures floating on the surface, but the probe's giving us a signal below that. Way below.
Underwater?
Looks that way. The shuttle should still be able to reach it.
That's possible?
Kodiak is spec'd to nearly 1,000 atmospheres, but I've never actually tested that.
Guess we're gonna find out.
Status! Some kind of pulse hit us! Systems are shutting down! Brace for impact!
Everyone all right?
I'm okay here.
How's the shuttle, Cortez?
Checking now. I'll see if I can get power restored.
Copy that. We'll look around.
It would seem others have been stranded here as well. We aren't the first to encounter that pulse.
Could be Leviathan's last line of defense.
Bloody hell, no. No, absolutely not. I don't fuck with gravity. I don't fuck with the ocean. No, well, I'm gonna bring this episode to a close right here. In the next one, I will panic. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed. Leave a comment below. And if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.